Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO Cosmic Eclipse video. Today guys, we're going to be looking at the brand new Dusknoir here. This is one of my favorite non-GX Pokemon that have coming out of this set. It is a very evil card with Spell Tag. It has the ability Grim Marking. If this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, it's knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, you put 4 damage on anything. So it has the same ability as Spell Tag's effect. And if you have a Spell Tag already on this guy, that's 8 damage counters you can put anywhere on the board. That is really ridiculous. It's also pretty easy to get this guy into play, thanks to Duskull here with the ability Spirit-Born Evolution. Once you're in turn before you attack, you may discard up to 3 cards from, discard 3 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a card that evolves this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it. So the idea with this deck is you're going to use Duskull to thin our hand down, get a Dusclops into play, and then we're going to use Silvally-GX's ability Disc Reload to then draw back. So that's pretty much the idea of the deck. Silvally is for backup, for draw support, and we're going to be attacking with Dusknoir. So yeah, that's the point of the deck. So before you end the video, of course, shout out to our sponsor, Card TCG, guys. As always, if you're ever looking for PTCGO pack codes, if you're trying to get Cosmic Eclipse codes still and get all those Cosmic Eclipse packs on your account, make sure to get them over at Card TCG. They got all the other PTCGO code stuff over on Card, of course, like GX codes and sleeve codes, Elite Trainer Box codes, stuff like that. They do have a IRL TCG singles website, which I have linked down below too. So if you guys are looking for PTCGO codes, head over to Card TCG and use code LDF at the checkout. Get yourself a 5% discount in your order. Support the channel, help yourself out, support Card Caravan. It's a great thing. So yeah, shout out to Card Caravan TCG, guys, and use code LDF. So yeah, let's look at the list here. So this is the list I've gone with. After recording the video, I would maybe make a few changes. We'll talk about that later. So Dusknoir is your main attacker. Now, its attack is kind of underwhelming. You do 60 for 1 energy. A 1 energy attack is amazing, that's awesome, but the problem is you're only going to be doing 60 damage, and then I guess you get, on top of that, the Grim Marking Spell Tag damage, which in turn is 140. It's not terrible. Now, if this guy survives a turn or doesn't move from the active spot, you actually get to do 120 damage the next turn, so in turn you do 180. So if they don't knock out Dusknoir or switch it, you actually put a lot of pressure on them with the damage output you can actually put on the board in a few turns thanks to its ability and Spell Tag and Psy-Up. And again, because we are going to be using Duskull's ability, we are going to combine this with Silvally-GX's Disc Reload. Silvally also makes for a great backup attacker with Brave Buddies. If you play a supporter, you can do 120 damage. Not bad. You also have Silver Knight. If your opponent's active as an Ultra Beast, you knock it out. So, Bilcephalon, bye-bye. So Silvally is a great card. Now, one of the main issues I do have with playing Silvally is, of course, it is a target for Great Catcher. Your opponent can knock out Silvally instead of attacking Dusknoir, which means they get around your ability and Spell Tag, they reset Psy-Up, and they get 2 prizes. It's not ideal, but, like, it's the best thing to combine Duskull with is Silvally, so, like, it just seems to be the best idea. I got 1 Ditto in the deck, of course, 3 Type Nulls, 1 Mew, 1 Nihilego. So in terms of Pokemon, I mean, you can't really play Giratina in here because you can never really build it up in time. Now, I was considering going to be playing the baby Bilcephalon in the deck, but it's a 2 energy attacker. It's kind of hard to build up, and again, it's kind of easy to get around the Fireworks Bomb, but still, the attack is still really useful, I think, even if you don't get to use it. So instead of playing Nihilego, you could play the Bilcephalon in the deck, but Nihilego can be useful to copy big attacks, but you can play Bilcephalon instead, or you can play both. I don't know. We go into the items now. So we don't play any rare candies, we're just going to be relying on using Duskull's ability here, but I definitely think you should play candy in this deck, looking back. I got 1 Cherish Ball to find Silvally, 1 Energy Recycle System, and mainly just here to get energy back. You might end up discarding energy with Spirit-Born Evolution. It will happen, so you just have a way to get that back. I am playing a Great Catcher. We got 1 Lana's Rod. This is an easy cut, I think. Honestly, take this out for a Brock's Grid. I think that is something that definitely should happen, because I don't really think this card is honestly that good in here. But I do think you could play this with, instead of, just play Brock's Grid instead. But, you know, you Spirit-Born a Pokemon and play, you get it back with Fishing Rod, and you get a Spell Tag back, which is kind of the idea. But I think Brock's Grid might be overall better. Got 4 treasures, 4 Pokemon. I am playing 2 stamps. Again, you might fall behind in prizes. Your damage output is kind of weak. You might try to set up some KOs with your ability and Spell Tag, so you probably don't take that many prizes that fast, so you can spam stamp on them. Still, I just think playing multiple stamps in your deck right now is just something you have to do. Honestly, like, it's just so good. I got 2 switches, 2 Shrine of Punishment. It's a bit of an anti-stadium because of Silvally, but it's still really good in this deck because it's more damage output you get with Dusknoir. It's really good. We got 4 Cynthia, 4 Lillie, 1 Caitlin to Cynthia. Again, I think a Brock Trip would be another good supporter to put in here for Silvally, because we have Silvally's ability, so we don't need to go crazy on the draw supporters because we do have a good effect. I got one Escape Board, just mainly here if we ever need a retreat for free. Puts on Silvally, then it has a 1 retreat cost. I think that's also really relevant if they try to trap it in the active spot. Again, that will happen because of Dusknoir's pressure. 4 spell tags, and I got 8 Psychic. I think 8 Psychic is a great amount of energy to play, and with this, we never really have to worry about energy. And if we put a Book's Grit in the deck, then we never ever have to worry about energy. But yeah, this is my Dusknoir Silvally deck. I think this deck has some potential to be a really powerful deck. Decks that use Pidgeotto, decks with like even Malamar, I think is another strong matchup for this deck. So those type of decks are going to get crushed by Dusknoir's Spell Tag ability spam. It's kind of insane how good this card is with Spell Tag. But yeah, let's show it off on PTCGO. Alright guys, we're going to get into some games with Dusknoir Silvally here. Dusknoir is one of my more favorite non-GX Pokemon to come out of Cosmic Eclipse. So I'm actually looking forward to playing this deck. We're up against Professor Elms, playing a very psychic deck. They do have water. We'll see what type of deck this is. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna start with a bit of a... not an amazing hand, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But, not terrible. I mean, we can't really afford to do Spirit Bone Evolution, though. We do have a lot of stuff going on in our hands, so we'll have to see what we draw. Let's see what they're playing. Playing Mehiam Control. That's a pretty interesting match, to be honest with you. So we can Spirit Bone here to get rid of Escape Board Duskull. I guess. We do have a Ditto in play, so I mean, I guess this is fine. I mean, I put myself in top deck mode, but then I get the turn 2 Dusknoir in play, and I think that is really relevant. I do think Dusknoir with Spell Tag is super good here. I really do. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go do this, and then we'll just discard our top deck. Unless it's just a way to get Silvally, we're good. I mean, this matchup should be fine. Again, if they're playing the bird version too of Behemoth, the amount of Spell Tag ability spam we can do with Grim Marking is pretty insane. Like, this matchup should be pretty good, in all honesty. The only, like, they could maybe do some shenanigans with trapping stuff in the active spot to bypass our ability, but I mean, this matchup should be fine. This should be a fine matchup. They're gonna Elms Lecture, so yeah, they are playing the bird version, which is pretty good. Again, birds should be good. They have low HP, so Spell Tag is gonna do wonders here. We can even use a lot of our ability to knock out other Bahia Allegiums on the bench and stuff, which is good. We can knock out the Vulpix here too, which I like. Hopefully we can draw into a Silvally or a supporter. That would be ideal. Behemoth is also weak to Psychic. We can one-shot that. Whatever they bring in here, we can knock out. If they retreat the Vulpix, we can knock out anything they bring in. Alright, what do we draw? I don't want to discard that. Alright, you know what? We're going to do it anyways. And I got Heart of the Cards. Heart of the Cards paid off. Look at that. Look at that. That paid off in a big way. So we can put back the Dusclops. I do want to get a Spell Tag in play very soon, because we can't play Spell Tag when he item locks me. Spell Tag is a huge part of our strategy here, so let's try to do some things. The Fishing Rod wouldn't be bad either. Okay, we didn't get a Spell Tag, unfortunately. It's fine though. I'm just gonna attach here, and I'm just gonna go for a Saya for the knockout. Okay, no Spell Tags, but we're not getting knocked out. We're weak to Dark. We'll take our prize. We do get a Mysterious Treasure. That is pretty good. We can get another Duskull down. But yeah, the reason I attached this Silvally is if he ever does want to try to trap it in the active, having the energy on him means we can still do Brave Buddies. We also have Silver Knight, though he's not playing any Ultra Beasts. You never know. If he's playing the Naganadel build, Brave Buddies would be insane. He's gonna Cynthia. Will he find his triple energy and his Behemoth? Let's find out. I mean, if he does, it will be pretty bad. We won't get Spell Tag. We probably can't get a Dusknoir into play as easily because we can't play Treasure or Calm. So it will be pretty bad, actually, if he does get that. Ooh, he's got Lillie's Pokédoll to go into. I forgot about that card. Okay, he doesn't get it. That's good. We get another turn here to kind of set up, which I like. The more turns we get to play items, the better, especially when we get more Spell Tags down. Ooh. Okay, you know what? We can actually do this. We can Pokécom. We're gonna get another Duskull. We wanna beat what we're out of Duskulls. Next, prize one. Okay, never mind. gonna get the Dusclops. We'll play the Lillie. Can we get a Rod? No, we still didn't get any spell tags either, which is not good. I think we'll just do this. Get the Nihilego. Play this. We should be fine on energy. And we'll try to get some spell tags here. No, we did get another Duskull though. I will take it. We'll just treasure away the other treasure. Get the Duskull. Yeah, we haven't found a single spell tag yet. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Not fun. Not having spell tag here is pretty bad. So we're just gonna have the hope they still don't find their little thing here. Just hope they don't find the Behemoth triple energy. Because it does really suck we didn't hit spell tag there. Like, we really need to get spell tags in play before we get item lock, and the fact they haven't found one yet is pretty sad. So we gotta hope they don't find what they're gonna get. They're gonna be looking for here. There's the Behemoth. Pokegear. Cynthia. They go Cynthia and a double Pidgeotto, and hopefully a likely chance that they prize a triple energy or two. That would be ideal. They do play a Fion. I guess that's one way they can get by me, but that's fine. We can just bring in the Dusclops. That actually clunks their deck up maybe for Pidgeotto. Actually, no, it goes to the bottom. Never mind. Alright. Now we just hope they don't find triple energy, so then we can try to get spell tags into play. That is about that. Just gotta hope they don't get a spell tag here, folks. Ooh, a Mimikyu. That could be a pretty bad card. That shuts off Disc Reload. But Disc Reload is already hard to do when our hand is so clunky full of items. How many treasures? We're out of treasures, like I said. Yeah, burning through all of our items I think is good. Don't find that triple energy. Do they have it? If not, they're gonna have to maybe go into another Pokédoll. Or another Allegiant. No, they found it. Still, we're knocking out whatever they bring in the active, so that is still awesome. I guess we'll Disc Reload. There's the spell tag. I could Spirit Bone here, get rid of Cherish Ball, spell tag, and switch. I think I will do that. Again, just dump all these items we don't need anymore. Just throw them in the discard pile. Get that Dusclops down. I mean, we could probably run off with the Dusknoir spam anyways, but still, we want spell tag. It's too good. We'll just hold the hand and just sigh up. We don't want to bench the type null. And we'll knock out the Allegiant. We'll take our prize. Got another Psychic. Yeah, not having spell tag sucks. But you never know, they might whiff another turn of attacking me. The more turns they don't attack me, the better. And I'm assuming we'll get at least one more turn where that doesn't happen. And I think I'm just going to put all the damage on these Pidgeottos. Because once 3 Dusknoirs go down, both these Pidgeottos will be goners. We could also just knock this out. And then we get a prize. Yeah, you know what? That actually might be a little bit better. Knock this out. Force us to get a prize. And we'll just put 10 damage on the Pidgeotto. Yeah, I like that. So, whatever he brings out, we get to knock out for free. That's pretty good. But if we had a spell tag, we could have knocked out. Yeah, he concedes. Yeah, see, Dusknoir, guys, matchups with low HP Pokemon like that, just easy. Again, we weren't able to really get our spell tags in play, which would have been really ideal there. But it doesn't matter because Dusknoir, just, its ability is just so good. So yeah, that was a pretty nice first game. Catch you guys in another match. Alright, guys, we're going to get into another game with our Dusknoir Silvally deck. Definitely enjoying the deck so far. See what we're up against. Okay, looks like we're possibly up against Firebox or Mew 3 here. One of the two. Mew 3 is a lot better than Firebox, so hopefully we're playing against Mew 3. Mew 3 is a good matchup because we're Psychic, and Spell Tag Grim Marking Spam is pretty good. We are going to start with a... not a great hand. I don't know if I really want to do Duskull's ability, in all honesty. You could maybe try to run to Dene in here, I guess. So they are playing a Firebox deck. However, we did indeed draw a Cynthia, which is pretty good. So, I mean, we can probably do our ability after we play Cynthia here. I think that seems pretty good. As long as we can save a card for Silvally, the Cynthia works out. Okay, that works. Get rid of that. Stamp and Spell Tag, they can all go. Get the Dusclops in play. Pass. And then I guess we hope we don't get knocked out like Welder. That is a little concerning. Welder donks are very much a thing. Welder decks are still very frustrating when they can just donk you. Still though, I think we're in a good spot. We just need to get Silvally into play. We have 88, or we have 90 HP, so they still only hit 2 energy. They would need 5 energy here if they want to get a knockout, and I really hope they don't get the knockout, because that would not be fun or cool. At all. That would be very frustrating. They might be playing a Baby Bullsufflon deck with Pidgeotto again, which, once again, Pidgeotto could be good to beat. They do have the Welder double energy, it looks like, yep. So now they need 3 energies here to knock me out. Which I really, really hope they don't have it. Yeah, it looks like they are playing the Bullsufflon deck. Okay, so they're playing Pidgeotto. That's pretty good. This might be a bit of a tough game to keep up in, though. Please do not have 3 energies in your hand. Yeah, they are playing the Pidgeys. So the Pidgeys are easy to deal with. Okay, nice. We actually survived the donk. That is really good. Hopefully they don't hit an energy here. No, they do hit a Heat Factory. Nice. That is awesome. Love to see it. Let's get ourselves Dusknoir. Okay, we got our Silvallies. Get the shrines. We got 1 spell pick prize? No, it's in the discard pile. We'll go for Lillie. Hopefully we get Silvally here. No, we didn't. Wow. We actually didn't even get that great of a hand. I think we just gotta go for another Spirit Bone. I don't really mind losing the energy, because obviously we have our, we have that energy recycle system in the deck for a reason. We'll just go for that Psy-Up. We're probably gonna get knocked out here, but we can knock out the Bullsufflon, or we can knock out the Pidgey. We have a lot of options. Again, this could be a little tough to beat in terms of keeping up in the prize trade. We'll see, though. We do really need to get a Silvally into play, though. For sure, that is something we need to get. I do wish I could maybe play the Baby Bullsufflon in this deck, too, but, like, it's so hard to get 2 energies on it, in all honesty. Like, you might get 1 turn we can get an energy on it, but I don't know. I think the Nihilego is just a little better. It's a little bit more, you know, realistic. Alright, well, let's see if they knock me out. We have 150 HP, unfortunately, so they can actually just get another... Once again, they get 4 energies to knock me out. See if they have 4 energies here. If they don't knock me out, that'll be really good. That'll be really, really good. The more turns Dusknoir lives, honestly, the better with this deck. Because you need turns where you can do more damage with Psy-Up. So hopefully they don't have 4 energy. They did an Elm, so they don't have a Welder. They didn't get a Giant Hearth. Actually, it looks like they're forced to retreat here. That's what I like to see. They could just Blazer again, but there's not much value out of that. I mean, they can hit 60, and then I'll go down to 100 HP, and then they need 3 energies. Yeah. Unless that hand is 4 energies, I don't think they have it. Yeah, that hand can't be 4 energy. Yeah, nice. Oh, they actually let me knock out another Bullsufflon. It's interesting. Get another Spell Tag. Alright, let's Ultra Space, get the Nihilego out of the deck, because we're not going to need it. And that'll be Caitlin Cynthia bait. And hope we draw more stuff here. Yeah, I'll take that Cynthia. Okay, we got another Duskull. We have the Escape Board. No Silvally, but again, we have that Cynthia, so I'm not too concerned. And we can knock him out. We're in a pretty good spot. Again, low HP Pidgeotto's in play. Stuff is looking pretty good. There's a Pokécom, so if we can draw Pokemon here, we can get ourselves another, we get that Silvally in play finally. And if he knocks me out, we can knock out the Bullsufflon, or we can knock out a Pidgeotto and leave another Pidgeotto heavily damaged. I really do think crippling these Pidgeottos is the way to go. because if we shut off his draw engine system, we could be good. Though we did lose our reset stamp off of that. Maybe I shouldn't have got rid of that, but I thought he was going to be playing a Firebox deck at first. We'll see, though. They are going to get the other airmail, so yeah, I'm expected to get knocked out here for sure. But we do have a pretty good game plan in mind. There's that welder. Do they have 2 energies? They do. Alright, let's see what they do. Fiery Flint. Okay, so that will give them the knockout. They need 3 energies to KO my Dusknoir, but again, we can either knock their active out, or we could target a Pidgeotto, which both seem like good options. I mean, if we knock them out, we force them to bring something else up, but again, if we cripple their Pidgeottos, that is also really good. Let's see. I get back those welders with the Palpad. And they're going to take their first prize, but again, we can take a prize here. But again, I think I'm going to target their Pidgeottos, because those things are definitely, I think, the big issues. 2 more. And I might as well just put the others on that Pidgeotto too. So yeah, taking out their Pidgeottos here, I think, is the correct thing to do. Another Cynthia. We aren't finding our Silvally. I don't like that. That's a little concerning. I'm not gonna lie, that is a little concerning not getting Silvally here. Alright, can we draw something? Okay, that will guarantee us Silvally, but I think I'm gonna get the Dusknoir play. Probably more important. So Cynthia. Pray to get Silvally so we can evolve this Duskull. Nice, we did get there. Beautiful. We did get a counter stadium, but I'm honestly not really thinking that's a good idea to play that stadium. We also have Mew that can also finish off these Pidgeottos, so I like that too. Yeah, if I play the stadium, we go to 200 HP, and then it's really easy for him to just knock me out Great Catcher. Not a good idea. I think we'll save the Ditto to Pokémon to get Dusknoir next turn in case he KOs me. We'll just Psy up, knock him out. Once again, we have a Spell Tag on, so we get 8 damage on the board wherever we want. Looking pretty good. We also have the option to maybe knock him out with Silver Knight, which seems pretty good too. But if we just keep KOing their Pidgeottos, we should be good. So, we cripple their draw engine. I don't think we have another stamp though, so that's pretty bad. But yeah, let's see if they knock me out. They need a lot of energy here. They need the 3 on the active. They need 4 energies because we have 106 HP. And if they do KO me, we're going to keep crippling their Pidgeotto setup. So there's a lot that can go wrong for them. So they really need to get a lot if they're going to knock out my Dusknoir here. And if Dusknoir doesn't knock out, we're going to knock out this Blacephalon with 120 damage. It's looking pretty good. We do need to get more Dusknoirs established. But with all the Spell Tag and Mew stuff, I mean, we should win the game, honestly. Like, Mew could be a great game finisher. The only thing I'm worried about is Silvally getting picked off. I'm probably going to have to play the Shrine here. So, that's not ideal, but we need to get rid of that Heat Factory. We'll see if they have a Welder. They did Palpad those Welders back. I don't know if they got one off the Pokegear. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you. Okay, they do have it. They need a lot of energy, though. They need 3 on their active. They need 7 energy. They need 7 fire energy. Let's see if they have it. They could get there. They could. They have 6 in the discard. They get a Fire Crystal here. They should probably get it. They need 4 energies now. There's a Fire Crystal. Okay. So do they have the other energy in their hand to knock me out? Let's see. Actually, you know what? We should probably put damage on the Blacephalon to knock it out. Ooh, they're gonna knock out Silvally. Oh, they're actually gonna knock out the other Dusclops? Okay, that's, I guess, a smart play. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Kind of wish we had a Spell Tag on, but that's fine. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, we could definitely bench this now. I have to do that, guys. I don't like it, but I gotta go. I gotta put that into play. I gotta put it in place so I can get rid of that Heat Factory. I'm a little worried that they can knock out Silvally. We'll have to see if that ever matters, though. We need to get that right. Oh, we prized it. Oh, we do have another reset stamp. We do have the other stamp. That's really good. There it is. We could play it. I think I'll wait, though. So we're going to be under 210 HP, which means they can knock me out a lot easier now, if they do have the KO. We have another Silvally ready to go, though. I mean, that custom play on that Dusclops is actually pretty big, but we can get another Dusknoir in play. Plus, again, Mew and Silvally can also finish off the game here. Shouldn't be too bad. I do wish I maybe had energy on this guy a little earlier to knock him out with Brave Buddies, because he could do 200 on the dot. But if he doesn't get a Bucephalon down this turn, that'll be really good. I mean, I can also do some pretty good math with Mew. I can, like, take 2 prizes with Mew. I just don't really think they can win. Like, I guess, like, they could take the 2 prizes here. I guess. But we have a stamp. We'll save that. We can knock out their Pidgeotos and cripple them. I think it'll be hard for them to win. It'll be really hard for them to win. Even with only 2 Pidgeotos. They might find the knockout. If they don't get another Bucephalon here, that'll be really bad for them too. They can't play Lusamine Prism Star anymore either, which is good. Lusamine Prism could be a little tricky to kind of deal with. They have a huge hand. Let's see if they have the knockout. If they do, that's fine. We can knock them out with Silvally. They do have it. Okay. So we'll knock them out with Silvally here. That's what I want to do. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that Pidgeotto KO'd. We have 4 more damage counters. I guess we just hit the other Pidgeotto. And then Mew can finish it off. Seems good. And then we can stamp him here, maybe. Or we can wait. Pokecom. I was hoping we would get that little Lana's fishing rod. This is fine. We got another Silvally. We should, yeah, play down. There's really no harm in not doing that. Stamp him. Cynthia first. We gotta hope to get an energy here. Okay, we did get one. What else do I want to do? Oh, we just Brave Buddies. That should be game. We can win with Mew next turn. I don't really see how they can win at this point. I do not see how they can win. It looks like we're going to come out on top of the dub here. Again, this Baby Bucephalon matchup is pretty decent because of the Pidgeotos just being such easy targets for Dusknoir. But you can kind of see how strong Dusknoir's ability is with Spell Tag. It's really good. The worst thing that could happen is, of course, say Escape Board here. But again, with like only 1 Airmail, 12 energies down the drain, yeah, 14. Yeah, there's pretty much no way. I don't think they can win at this point. It's like impossible. They have to take 3 prizes, and that is not going to happen. So we should win here, unless we just don't find our last energy for Mew. Unless they heal, then maybe. They knock me out and heal, and stamp power play me. Yeah. I think at this point it's pretty safe to say we do have the dub here. At this point. Those customs were definitely interesting, but as you can see, guys, we're gonna come out here on top of the win, I think. But let's see. They're gonna Weather the Pidgeotto. That's pretty desperate. Yeah, I think they've accepted the loss. I guess I could like Burst GX, but then we GX knock them out with Silver Knight because they'd be an Ultra Beast. So yeah, there's pretty much nothing they can do at this point to win the game. There's pretty much nothing they can do at this point. I think, guys, we got the win here. Yeah, well played. We'll give them the well played right back. And that is the power of Dusknoir, guys. Just, I mean, we got lucky we ran into 2 Pidgeotto matchups back-to-back like that, but you can just see how good Dusknoir's ability is against these decks. It's just so powerful. Dusknoir's ability is so good when your opponent has a lot of Pokemon in play that have low HP, and you can see the strength of it. Might as well open up one Cosmic Eclipse pack to end off the video here, guys. I think we showed off the purpose of the deck. I do think this deck will struggle against ADP a little bit. ADP is definitely not a good matchup for you. That was a bad pack. That was a really bad pack. Jeez. Yeah, ADP is definitely a bad matchup, I would say. I mean, any like non-GX deck ADP I think just beats. But overall, I mean, I like this deck. Actually, if I want to make any changes, I probably would take out this Lana's Fishing Rod, and I probably would just throw in another throw in maybe a Box Grit. Like, I would just like a way to get back Pokemon. I mean, you could take out the Nihilego, and you could try out the Baby Bullcephalon here if you really wanted to. If you get one turn of just attaching to it, then I guess you don't have to worry about, you know, if you ever get a turn we get energy on it, you can always, you know, attach once you actually use it. So I guess, like, the Baby Bullcephalon is something to play. So I guess consider playing at least one of these in your deck. But yeah, that'll wrap the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe down below to help me reaching 6K or 7K actually subscribers now. Help me reaching 7K subs. And as always, make sure to check out our sponsor, Card Craft and TCG down below. Use code LDF. I'll see you guys in another PTCGO video. Follow me on Twitter down below too to stay up to date. And bye-bye.